Hey guys, this is GT Panic, and today I'm going to talk about wrestling. Just random things that was on my mind. But before I get to that, I want to send my condolences to Abismo Negro and Andrew Tess Martin. Even though I know I'm like 2-3 months late, it still doesn't hurt to still acknowledge good wrestlers before us. And with TNA, all I have to say, y'all are messed up for not giving Abismo Negro any of his props. Because Abismo Negro, he was part of the 2003-2004 World S Cup tournament with Team Mexico, or Team AAA. Abismo Negro was a accomplished wrestler in Mexico, especially in promotion for CMLL and AAA Mexico. It's sad to see a good wrestler like him pass away, and he's only like in his 30s, very young. And Tess, he passed away like 3-4 days before his birthday. He would have been 37, and really very, very, very sad to see a good wrestler like Tess is gone. And Abismo Negro and Tess, y'all will be missed, sincerely. But now news just broke out that Mr. Kennedy has been released from World Wrestling Entertainment. It's kind of shocking to hear that because Mr. Kennedy, he just came back to the ring like 4 days, and then like 4 days after he came back, he been released from his contract. Um, but he just signed a pre-contract with Total Knights of Action Wrestling. And in a way, that may be good for him, but at the same time, it won't be because there have been stories that Mr. Kennedy, he is a stiff wrestler, but like when he like start being stiff with wrestlers back when he was in WWE, um then they're like the wrestlers be like stiffing him back. Then when they stiff him back, he start whining and complaining. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, then probably he would have a whole lot of problems with wrestlers like Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels and the Morrison Machine Guns. But but that's that. I think that TNA, it may be a good thing for Mr. Kennedy. He might win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, just like with Christian Cage. He went to TNA, then he became the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. But who knows? Let's see what life takes its toll. But also want to talk about another thing. I know I'm like 2 years late, but I want to talk about the death of Chris Benoit. He was the man I looked up to ever since I was 5 years old, back in World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Um, no, I'm not gonna cry, but what he did was very disgusting, and some people be like debating whether he should be acknowledged by the wrestling community or whether he shouldn't. You know, he been like a accomplished wrestler back in Japan, Mexico, ECW, WCW, and lastly the WWE. But even though he been very good, especially in Japan, he was the Super J Crown champion, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. I really don't think that he should be mentioned in the wrestling community. The reason why I say that is that before you are a wrestler, you are a man. And no, I'm sorry. Before you're a wrestler, yeah, I say it right. Before you're a wrestler, you're a man. And by a man doing what he did, killing his 7-year-old son and killing his wife, that don't make you a man. That make you an a-hole. I don't curse, so that's why I say a hole. But it was still kind of cool when like I believe every Royal Rumble they mention Chris Benoit, but they do not acknowledge him as the Royal Rumble champion or in kind champion. And I think that'd be a good idea because especially kids who looked up to Chris Benoit, um, especially like me, I don't want nobody following what Chris Benoit did. I mean, I know he been sad over the passing of Eddie Guerrero. That was a shock. That was like the most shocking thing I've heard because Eddie Guerrero died, and I remember when that Monday they was gonna do a memorial for Mr. McMahon, but then I was asleep, and my sister she called me, woke me up, told me that Chris Benoit died. I'm like, what the heck? She was lying. Just so I had to turn up to USA Network and seeing McMahon in the ring and said, wait a minute, is he supposed to be killed? But they're talking about Chris Benoit died. Don't nobody didn't know what happened. Showing Chris Benoit's matches in Japan, ECW, WCW. It's it's just sad, and I never forget the words of my best friend Alex. When he told me, if anything happened to Rey Mysterio, then he would just cry, and that like it really hit me for my friend to say that because now he's saying that since Eddie Guerrero he died back in '05, Chris Benoit died back in '07, and now he's saying that one of my favorite wrestlers he's next or Dean Malenko. But I realized that like everybody was telling the truth when they start showing Chris Benoit's matches in Japan with Chris Jericho, the Lionheart, Jushin Liger. I'm like, he's really gone. And then the next day, Tuesday, when ECW show went on, they didn't give out specific reasons of why Chris Benoit died, but then everybody went on to what you call it wiki. No, everybody went to like a special investigation of what happened. Then went on Wikipedia show what happened, and then showing that he killed his family, then killed himself. I'm gonna be straight up. On the words of Jim Cornette, this not work. This is shoot. I want to shoot this. What he did was wrong. He should not be in the Hall of Fame. The NWA, AWA, they, Wrestling Observer, they all recalled and voted him not in the Hall of Fame, and I do agree with that. Because if you gonna call yourself a wrestler, you call yourself a man, and you do that, then you're neither. I know I'm gonna have like a whole lot of hate mails, hate emails. Um, Guys like Monoxide is gonna say I'm an MF for yada yada yada. Well, you know what? I really don't give a crap. I'm gonna say what I really want to say, and this is how I feel about the whole Christopher Wall situation. I don't think that he should ever be brought up. Plain and simple. That's it. I shot it. That's it. I think I'm almost out of time, but before I go, the thing about Mick Foley saying that he will only defend his belt only once a year, that that just runs up the same thing I said on my first video. That if you're not going to defend your championship, then you don't deserve the meaning, or you don't deserve your belt be called a world championship. But I'm out of time. Sayonara. You can't